In the morning, our body not only needs to replenish nutrients but also absorb vitamins and minerals. This is why eating the right breakfast is so important. The energy you feel throughout the day depends a lot on the nutritional level of your breakfast. A full breakfast not only satisfies your hunger but also helps you avoid overeating at later meals. However, we often eat seemingly healthy foods in the morning, but in fact, they are not good at all, whether we do it intentionally or unintentionally. Today, we're going to look at 5 foods you should avoid for breakfast, along with some better alternatives for your morning meal. Without further ado, let's get started. Let's start with the first item on the list. In the number 1 position is deep-fried food. In the morning, when the body needs the most nutrition, if you eat deep-fried foods like chhol bhature or kachori, not only will it not provide enough nutrition but it will also slow down the metabolism. Eating deep-fried foods is like carrying an unnecessary burden. Dishes like bhature or kachori are usually made from 100% refined flour, maida, and then fried in oil. When eaten outside, the frying oil is often reused many times, to the point of turning black. Reheating oil repeatedly creates trans fats and acrylamide, 2 harmful compounds that can lead to serious problems such as clogged arteries, fatty liver, diabetes, and even cancer. For example, when 100 grams of potatoes are deep-fried, the calories increase almost 4-fold, and more worryingly, the bad fats increase by up to 20 times. So limit your intake of fried foods like puri, bhature, and kachori. If you really love it, you can occasionally make it at home and never reuse the oil you have used for frying. Next, the ready meals. MTR's ready-to-eat breakfasts are very popular in Indian cities these days. However, whether it's instant upma or poha, you should avoid buying them. The first reason is that they use refined grains, which are very low in fiber. For example, a 60-gram packet of poha contains only 1.5 grams of fiber, which is almost the same as instant noodles. Worse still, they contain palm oil, which is even less healthy than regular refined oil. To call upma vegetable, they simply add a little dried carrot. Even dosa batter contains maida. Not just dosa, even uttapam and rava idli are not spared. This is definitely not going to go down well with South Indians. If you eat these in the morning and think they are healthy, you are only fooling yourself. Instead, it would be much better to have 2 bananas before going to work. And why eat these packaged foods when you can easily make fresh poha, upma, or dosa at home in just a few minutes? Similarly, avoid buying pre-made masala oats. Instead, opt for regular oats and cook them with your favorite veggies for a healthier, fresher dish. Next up, bread. Bread has become a familiar breakfast food in many families. White bread is obviously made from 100% refined wheat flour, maida. But if you are curious and you want to check the ingredients of brown bread or atta bread, you will see that they contain only a small percentage of whole wheat flour, the rest is maida. Even popular multigrain breads are no exception, they often contain maida along with refined palm oil, dough conditioners, artificial flavors and preservatives. The advertising may sound appealing, but in reality, this type of bread is not real bread. Traditional bread, which is a staple food in European countries, is made from only 4 basic ingredients. Meanwhile, commercial bread contains dozens of additives. Some of these additives are even banned in many countries. If you love bread and care about your health, try baking your own bread at home. Although it sounds complicated, baking bread is actually not that difficult and ensures you have a quality and safe product. You can try baking your own bread at home. Homemade bread usually starts to harden and mold after only 2 days, while industrial bread can last up to 7 days without refrigeration. This shows that natural bread must be simple and fresh. Another point to note is that the brown color of brown bread does not come from atta, but often comes from a colorant such as INS 150A, a dark brown color created by heating sugar. Bake your own bread at home. Although it may seem complicated, if you are used to it, it is not as difficult as you think. Moreover, homemade bread is always guaranteed to be of good quality and safe. Buy from a reputable bakery. If you do not have time to make your own, you can find a reputable bakery near your home. These places often provide fresh, quality bread without too many additives. Choose better bread. There are some better quality breads on the market today. While not completely healthy, they can be an alternative in your diet. Switch to roti. This is a great and much healthier alternative to industrial bread. It is no coincidence that roti is considered the flatbread of India, with its high nutritional value. Next up is muesli. Muesli is becoming an increasingly popular breakfast option. People often add milk to it and consider it a healthy food. This seems reasonable when muesli packaging advertises that it contains healthy grains, fruits, and nuts. However, don't be fooled by these marketing gimmicks. In reality, muesli often contains maida, about 2 teaspoons of refined sugar per serving, artificial flavorings, colorings, bleaching agents and sweetened dried fruit. These fruits are actually preserved by soaking in hot sugar syrup, which removes the natural moisture and extends the shelf life. It's time to ditch processed cereals like muesli, corn flakes, granola, and chocolate cereal. These brands have mastered the art of misleading consumers. Even the savviest consumers can easily fall for their tricks. I'm not saying you shouldn't eat muesli, but don't count on it as a good option. A reliable indicator of breakfast cereals is fiber content. For example, 100 grams of Kellogg's fruit and nut cereal contains just 6.4 grams of fiber. Meanwhile, 100 grams of oats contain over 10 grams of fiber, and 100 grams of Asharwad flour contains a whopping 11.1 grams. If muesli really has as many grains, fruits, and nuts as advertised, why is the fiber content so low? The reason is that the ingredients are added after a lot of processing, which strips them of their natural nutritional value. Instead, opt for simple, single-ingredient cereals, such as unflavored rolled oats or millet. You can add milk and customize to your taste. You can even make your own cereal mix at home. These options are high in fiber, which will keep you full and energized throughout the day. This is a truly power breakfast. Mixed fruit jam. Mixed fruit jam is another thing you should stop eating for breakfast, even though it can be used as a dessert. The reason is that 100 grams of jam contains up to 15 teaspoons of sugar. And if the jam is made from 8 fruits as advertised, why is the fiber content not even 1 gram? What kind of fruit is used here? If your child loves jam, make it at home using desi kand or thread misri. Homemade jam can be stored in the refrigerator for up to a month without preservatives. Some brands have now started making healthier jams. You can try those products. Next up is Nutella. If you love spreading Nutella on your bread, roti, parantha, or even dosa because you believe it tastes like real hazelnuts and premium cocoa, it might be time to reconsider. In fact, Nutella is made up of just 13% hazelnuts and artificial flavors. Notably, 55% of Nutella is sugar, which is more than cow's milk. At 847 rupees per kilogram, it also uses the cheapest oil on the market. Nutella is not a good breakfast option. In fact, eating a rasgulla is healthier than Nutella. If you love the taste of hazelnut butter, look for brands that focus on quality ingredients rather than advertising. Summary. Here are 5 foods that many people eat for breakfast, but you should consider stopping or at least not considering them healthy. Instead, switch to better options. An ideal breakfast should include whole grains, nuts, seeds, fresh seasonal fruits and vegetables. You can prepare them into regional dishes to suit your taste and nutrition. I have shared some quick and healthy breakfast recipes before. You can refer to them. If you find this information useful, please like and share with your friends, especially those who still think Nutella is a healthy choice. Thank you so much for watching.